So sometimes with Addison's disease, I have what I like to call bed days, which are days where I spend in bed. It's pretty self-explanatory. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that calls bed days bed days. Sometimes they happen because I'm tired or stressed out or starting my cycle or allergies, or it could just be because, oh hey, I have Addison's disease and sometimes my body won't work. So I'm having one of those days today, and during bed days I really get super grumpy and sad that I can't go play. And so instead of doing that, I thought I would share some more zero waste ideas, since I can do that from my bed. So, unfortunately, the majority of these things were given to me as gifts, so I can't tell you where to get them exactly, but I can share some of these items that I love. So this is my soap bar. I get it from the co-op here, and it's a shampoo soap bar that I actually just, when my hair gets wet, I just rub it on my head, but then I don't have any plastic bottles or any extra waste that comes with it other than the paper that it's wrapped in, which is also recyclable. Been using it now for maybe 2 months or so, and they have a couple different fragrances. This one, I think it's called JRR something, and of course brain fog is happening, so I don't know. But I love it. I really love doing the shampoo bar, and it's really small and compact, so I can take it when we travel too. Another thing that I use that I know a lot of people are familiar with is the Dental Lace refillable floss containers that come in glass bottles instead of buying new plastic floss that you can't recycle. Getting these instead, and you can actually, right now I've only found the ability to reorder the refills on Amazon, but I'm sure there are in stores somewhere for some places, and if not, stores should start carrying them so that we could just get the refills in person instead of online. But this is a great alternative to the plastic floss. These were all pretty much gifts now. This is the beeswax, I would call it plastic wrap, but it's not plastic, but it substitutes out sandwich bag plastic wrap situations. I don't typically use this as much as maybe other people will, because I don't eat sandwiches. I can't with my body. But I use it to cover my lemons and my limes and my avocados, and I love that. It keeps them fresh. I'm not using any plastic. I don't have to buy anything else, and it's an awesome pattern too. So I love this beeswax. You can get them at the co-op here. I know other co-ops sell them, and I've seen them on Etsy, and I know you can make them online. I have not ventured into doing that yet because I don't really have a need for many of these. One is sufficient for me. Although if that is your jam, you could totally learn how to do it. That would be amazing. I have my thermos for all my soups and hot foods on the go. It's pretty standard, pretty amazing. I think this one came from Whole Earth Provisions. Keeps everything hot or cold if I want it to. It's pretty compact too, so it'll fit in any of my backpacks. So that's good for temperature sensitive things. And then I have this amazing little to-go lunch stacker that I got from my love, Lita. She got it for me for my wedding, and it has just a 3-tier, and each little one has its own little compartment. So I typically fill it with greens on the bottom, veggies in the middle, and lemons and avocados on top for my salad on the go. It's good stainless steel travel guide. And then I don't know about you, but I predominantly live on coconut oil as my source of lotion. So I use coconut oil as lotion for my face, for my body, as a carrier oil. I use coconut oil for everything in addition to cooking. So I end up with a lot of coconut oil jars, and I keep them and recycle them as glasses, as smoothie cups, and when I am making gifts for loved ones, sometimes I will make something that can go in a jar, seal it up, and then I can give it as a gift, and it's got the wrapping in it as well. And then this is not an object, but these are some things that I do to encompass the zero waste or not wasting or buying more things, is I have really tried to not buy anything new. Any new clothing, any new products, any new stuff in the house. So anytime I need a new piece of clothing, if it is an emergency or something like that, I've been really fortunate or lucky where people have given me something at the exact same time where I've needed it, by manifesting it or call it luck or whatever. I've been really, really fortunate and lucky in that way. But if you really need something and you don't have anyone giving you something, you can always hit a thrift store or find a local organization nearby that has reused, recycled clothes or vintage clothing, so that you're not buying brand new things off the shelf and adding to clothing waste. In addition to products as well, like instead of buying a new bookshelf if you really need one, looking on Craigslist or Nextdoor, there's a bunch of really good apps now where you can find either free things or buy things from people within your community without having to go to a major chain store. So that's what I got today for zero waste things. And please share anything else that you have or anything that you've learned so we can continue this conversation and learn and change the world one day at a time. Okay, back to just laying in bed.